Why do that?
So, Jake, has Kirby told you that you're starting Saturday?
We've definitely had a conversation, and I've been working a lot with the ones this fall camp, and excited to see kind of what happens on Saturday.
Jake, has it surprised you? People love to talk about quarterback situations, but compared to like Alabama, and I know Jalen spoke up about that, but Florida, I mean, does it seem like, or I guess I should say, does it seem like a lot of attention has been placed on it, or has it not seemed that bad this month?
Honestly, I've kind of kept out of it. I go to school and I come to football every day. I don't really read a whole lot, but really just kind of coming to work, and we're obviously getting after it, and excited to see and ready for the season.
How's the hand, and do you know how long you're going to have to wear that brace for?
The hand's a lot better. It's definitely kind of back to normal, and so don't necessarily have a timetable for the brace yet, but I'm getting X-ray soon and see what it kind of says.
Have you decided that fishing and hunting and skiing is too hazardous? You getting lures buried in you and ski ropes wrapped around you?
Haven't decided it's too dangerous yet. We're still going to kind of play around with that and kind of see how much of it I can still do and still stay safe. So we're going to kind of test those waters still a little bit more.
Which summer setback hurt worse?
Definitely the hand. The hook in the leg, that one really didn't bother me a whole lot. That was kind of a 30-minute, and I'm done with that one. The hand hasn't been too much trouble, just wearing a brace and still been able to do whatever I need to do.
How scared were you to call Kirby and let him know what just happened?
Honestly, I really didn't want Coach Smart to find out, and until I kind of knew what was going on and how bad it really was. I was trying to keep it kind of under the table, but it's all good now, and it's worked out good, so we're good to go.
Jake, a whole lot of this off-season been for you and going into camp, just because you have the backdrop of last year with what you went through.
Yeah, it's been a lot more understanding. You kind of know what's going on. You understand the off-season process. Last year, it's just kind of really kind of like on a daily basis. It's, hey, show up and do this. It's like, oh, okay, all right, let's go do this. And now you kind of have a general feel about, kind of what's going to happen and the workouts and whatnot. But it's been a lot better, and kind of have a good idea of what's going on.
Does it give you a confidence level maybe going into the year that maybe you didn't have last year because you didn't know what to expect?
Yeah, absolutely. You obviously know what's going on, and so you can kind of prepare for things better. And that's my thing. I love to prepare, and I definitely don't want to ever show up to anything. I'll be prepared.
Jake, how has Justin Fields been working with him, and what has impressed you about him?
He's obviously a great football player and a great person too. We've definitely had a lot of fun in the quarterback meeting room, and it's always kind of fun out there on the field competing and watching each other make good throws.
Does he help make you better, and if so, how?
Yeah, he's obviously a great competitor, and he makes a lot of great plays and a lot of good throws too. So you kind of puts you on edge and always wants to kind of one up and make a better throw.
What was number one on your to-do list as far as becoming a better quarterback?
Yeah, for me, obviously stay consistent, be a better leader, and for me, get better in the pocket and be more accurate. So a couple of things, but you always kind of have to go into a camp, to a summer, and have those couple of things you're working on and try to get better at those.
Working with Justin, what are the similarities that have existed this year as to the way it was a year ago when you were in his position, working with the incumbent?
Yeah, obviously it's a competition every day. You're coming out, you're making throws, and really just trying to get after it and make each other the best you can.
What do newcomers Demetrius Robertson and James Cook add to the offense?
Oh, they're fun. They're exciting. They're really explosive football players. Guys, who, when they get the rock in their hands, they can obviously make it 6 points real quick. And James and D-Rob, they're great people, and definitely an awesome, definitely just a great contribution to the team.
Did you look at film of Demetrius at Cal before when he was coming here?
Oh yeah, definitely saw a lot of highlights, the plays he's been making, and definitely a lot of high school highlights as well. And that guy can obviously make a lot of plays, and I've seen a lot this fall too.
When it comes to Swift, Harry, and Holyfield, who caught your attention the most during spring and even now in camp to starting the season, I guess? Yeah, all three of those guys, all the running backs in that room, great competitors and guys who get after it every day. I really couldn't nail down one. All the guys really kind of get after it as far as running the football. All the guys can catch out of the backfield,
and really make plays. I feel comfortable with everybody back there, and I'm just excited to see who's standing next to me when we go out for that first drive.
Terry Godwin mentioned this offseason that you guys have the best receiving core in the nation, that he wants to prove to the nation that that's what you guys have. Have they made your job a little easier? Do you agree with his statement?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Sure do. And they're definitely making my job a whole lot easier. These guys can run past people. These guys can catch the ball over people. And these guys definitely know how to get open, too. So I'm excited to see the plays they're going to be making for me, especially this Saturday, and can't wait.
Jake, do you remember what you were thinking this time last year? I mean, were you hoping to get in the App State game maybe in the fourth quarter if Georgia was up big? Do you remember kind of what you were thinking?
Yeah, honestly, I really didn't know what to expect. Obviously, being my first game, just kind of, hey, honestly, I just want to play and just kind of go from there.
Do you miss all this?
I mean, it's definitely a lot of fun, and it's fun.
As big as that offensive line is visibility and passing lanes ever an issue? Because you got some really tall guards.
Yeah, I definitely got some really big guys up there. Definitely keep me safe and definitely standing up too. But as far as seeing, there's really no difference. Whether they were 6'2" or 6'7" like they are, it's really no big difference, and you find a way.
Your grandfather told the story of how much it meant to you when you were 10 to get a Herschel Walker helmet.
Yeah.
Now you're the guy that maybe 2-year-olds would love to have a signature from. What's it been like for you to adjust to that role?
It's fun. It's super exciting, and hopefully I'm doing my best to be the best role model I can for the young ones and doing the best, and hopefully I don't let them down.
What's your description of the competition on the offensive line in fall camp?
It's been exciting to kind of see the interchanging parts of the guys up there. But all those guys get after it. All those guys are big and strong and can run block, can pass block. So they definitely get after it, and Coach Pitt's got it all figured out.
Does Lamont command those guys the way Isaiah did last year, or is it kind of a different dynamic?
Oh yeah, Lamont, he's a great leader, and he does an awesome job at the center position for us and for me. And me and Lamont try to do our best of leading those guys on offense, and man, Lamont really does a great job.
Jake, Coach Smart has talked about how you've developed and you've been more comfortable at this point this year than you were last. I mean, do you recall one time or moment when you were able to go out to practice and say, I'm a lot more comfortable now than I was, and I have a better grasp on how things are going on the offense?
Yeah, I tell you what, honestly, when we were kind of doing the 7-on-7s in the spring and in the summer, for me, I had a couple moments in my head kind of where it felt like high school was kind of back, where I knew the defense, what they were going to run before they ever ran it. I knew who was supposed to be in this spot, and the game just felt a lot slower for me then, and it's continued to get slower and slower for me.
Jake, how is your life different now? I mean, obviously when you came into Georgia, you were touted recruit, but with what the team did and you did last year, it's a whole different level. So whether it's walking across campus or how friends or mild acquaintances teach you, I'm just curious how it sort of manifests itself.
It's definitely a little different. It makes kind of go out in public places a little bit different, but it really is fun. It's awesome, and I wouldn't change it for the world. And I'm excited to be where I'm at.
Do you wear disguises?
No, I do not wear disguises.
Do you not go out as often, or what do you do?
I mean, just a little bit more selective where I go, and obviously, kind of time is a really big issue for me. So I just kind of know, where I have to be and when I have to be there, and just kind of be careful with that.
What would be an example of a place maybe you go to in the past, but you probably would have been now?
Gosh, I don't know. But I mean, I probably wouldn't walk into a Walmart if I had to be out in 5 minutes, because I might be in there, talking and whatnot for a while. But I mean, just simple things like that.
You enjoy it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Is it tougher to get out and about in Athens or Warner Robins at this point?
Ooh, that's a good question. They're both about tit for tat. Definitely don't walk into the academy back in Warner Robins. I feel like I always see 20 people I know in the academy back home, but they're pretty darn close.
Javon said that after last season, the national championship is the goal this year. But getting to the playoffs, you have to go through Atlanta. How important is it for you guys to repeat as SEC champs? I'm sure it's something that you guys have discussed at some point.
Yeah, absolutely. That's definitely the goal first, is to get in that game and win that one. And it's always fun playing Atlanta because it kind of feels like it's your backyard. It's a home game. But we're working hard. But, we're always on the next opponent. How we're going to make ourselves better and how we're going to get after the next opponent. So really, we're focused on Austin Peay right now, and let the rest take care of itself.